You want to know how I saw Oscar? He was my dearest friend after all, and as his leading lady on the stage, I saw him as my greatest ally. Unlike most, for 2 years I visited him every day in prison. And I watched as it devoured him. His face, it grew thinner. His eyes, they grew darker. And his smile, it vanished. When he finally left prison, he was no longer my Oscar. He did once live for pleasure. He did once live for art. And after that evening in Paris, he lived for him. Bossy, elegant, charming, and wonderfully handsome. Lord Alfred Douglas. He was his lover, his soulmate, and ultimately, he was his poison.
The story is simply this. 2 months ago, I went to a reception at Lady Brandon's. I turned halfway round and found myself face to face with Dorian Gray for the first time.
When our eyes met, I felt that I was growing pale. I knew that I had come face to face with someone whose mere personality was so fascinating that, if I allowed it to, it would absorb my whole soul, my whole nature, my very art itself. Something seemed to tell me
I was on the verge of a terrible crisis in my life. Suddenly, I found myself face to face with the young man whose personality had so strangely stirred me. We were destined to know each other. It was simply inevitable.
Oh, Oscar, darling, you are a wit. Blind.
And I simply adored.
And I simply adored l'image de Dorian Gray. C'est incroyable.
I'm always astonishing myself. It's the only thing that makes life worth living.
But really, darling, it is a work of pure brilliance.
Oh yeah, but really, darling, it is a work of pure brilliance, a literary jewel, if you will. But you must tell me, there must have been something that inspired you, something in your own life that prompted you to write such a interesting story.
Oh, my dear Sarah, to reveal art and conceal the artist is art's aim. I have no intention of revealing the inspiration behind Dorian Gray, if any even existed, that is. It is the written word one should be intrigued by, not the genius who penned them.
Oh, Oscar. But I must say I was absolutely disgusted when I perused the Pall Mall Gazette and saw their criticism of Dorian Gray, saying it was a novel that ought to be thrown on the fire.
Yes, to say a book such as mine ought to be chucked on the fire is silly. That's what one does with newspapers.
Oh, you are a wit.
It's pure ignorance. These journalists...
It's pure ignorance. These journalists are Philistines who do not understand the true essence of art.
Yes, I'm afraid nowadays people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. It's true they weren't as receptive as I'd have hoped, but I do not write for approval, Sarah. I write to intrigue, to challenge, to express, to explore, to unearth and illuminate those profound and indefinable sensations which we all experience, yet are often too proud or ashamed to acknowledge.
Oscar, your intellect never fails to astound me. It's so complex, so developed, yet it appeals so natural.
Being natural is simply a pose, and a very difficult pose to keep up. To be natural is something.
Sorry, you might want to move out of the way, Emily. I can't see down at all.
Being natural is simply a pose, the most irritating pose I know. To be natural is a very difficult pose to keep up.
Lie. Sorry, I completely forgot.
It's fine. Sorry. Oh, being another drink, my darling.
Ah. Would you like another drink, my darling?
Why not? It's only my 7th. I've always believed that moderation was a fatal thing. Nothing succeeds like excess.
Speaking of excess, I'm excessively eager to know when you are next to honor me with the privilege of being your leading lady again. Salome was such a triumph. All the critics agreed that your words and my performance were truly well combined.
Oh, at last, some honesty from the papers. However, you must remember, Sarah, life cannot be written. Life can only be lived.
Bossy!
Ah, there you are, you devil.
Yeah, one second. Bossy. There you are, my devil. I was beginning to wonder if you were no longer coming. I'd like you to meet one of my friends, Lord Alfred Douglas. Oscar Wilde.
The warmth of his skin, those eyes, beckoning. I knew this young man would be my greatest temptation.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Wilde. I'm a great admirer of your work.
I assure you, my dear boy, the pleasure is entirely mine.
Yes, Bosie and I met at a small soiree in Lyon last year. It was your cousin that introduced us, Lionel. Yes, I believe you know him. Bosie is an excellent writer, just like yourself, and I'm sure he'll reproach me later for saying it. Of course, he has nothing of you, but I better circulate. I told some gentleman that I'd relate the purchases of my zoological animals to them. Dear Mr. Cross was so wonderful when he donated me 7 chameleons. Anyway, I'd better go. Good evening, Oscar. Mwah. Goodbye, Bosie. Say hello to your father, won't you?
A mask tells us more than a face, Lord Alfred. I must say that your attempts at concealing your obvious anguish at the mention of your father were highly unsuccessful.
Forgive me, Mr. Wilde.
Oh, please. Call me Oscar.
Oscar. But I'm afraid I have the most brutish, uncouth, vulgar father in the whole of London. Lie. The Marquess of Queensberry is not the type of man one boasts about being one's father.
The Marquess of Queensberry? Well, it's true, his reputation certainly precedes him. He's involved in the professional boxing circle, is he not? Personally, I find the written word a much more powerful and often useful tool than the fist. Language has the power to inspire. Violence has only the power to harm and destroy.
I've never heard a man talking in more perfect sentences before. It is as if he had worked all overnight with hard labour, and yet all spontaneous. He did achieve in weaving spells. It was all power and beauty and
Enchantment.
an enchantment. One stood and listened to him, enthralled. Is your wife here this evening? I would very much like to meet her, if I may.
Unfortunately, my wife did not accompany me on this particular trip. She's back in London minding...
Dan, move a little bit. Left or up or down. Cool.
She's back in London minding the children.
Oh, I see. Dreadful habit, really, I know. But I can never quite resist the temptation to have another.
Every impulse that we strive to strangle broods and poisons us. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it.
Okay.
Woo!
Alright.
Okay.
Scene 5. Ada's letter.
That's quite good.
Shit.
Sorry, I
fucked
forgot
up
my
a lot of the
lines.
lines,
No,
yeah.
I
For that one, I didn't want it because you were going through the line.